Hello and welcome to News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Edikan Michael. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV, Channel 365, Star Times, Channel 276, and free-to-air at NICOMSAT. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, has identified the 2025 Appropriation Bill and Tax Reform Bills as key legislative priorities for the National Assembly this year. Abbas spoke in a welcome address delivered by the Deputy Speaker, Benjamin Kalu, following lawmakers' resumption from the Christmas and New Year break, emphasized the importance of these reforms to Nigeria's economic recovery and fiscal stability. The lawmakers says these reforms are essential for broadening the tax base, improving compliance, and reducing dependency on external borrowing. And also, vulnerable Federal Capital Territory residents, including scavengers, beggars, petty traders, and others, have filed a lawsuit against the Minister of FCT, Nyesom Wike, demanding 500 million naira in damages over alleged breach of their fundamental rights. A legal practitioner, Abba Akima, filed the suit before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja on behalf of the vulnerable residents, praying for an order awarding the sum of 500 million naira as general and exemplary damages for the violation of the fundamental rights, which are guaranteed under sections 34, 35, 41, and 42 of the 1999 Constitution. Ikima, listed as the applicant in the originating motion, said is suing in the public interest for the protection of vulnerable citizens in Nigeria. The minister, as well as Inspector General of Police, Director General of the Department of State Services and Nigeria Security and Civil Defense, call as first to vote the respondents. Meanwhile, President Tinubu has approved the appointment of Folashade Arinula as Deputy Director General for the service. The approval by the President has drawn commendation from a large section of serving and retired DSS officers who see the move as aimed at restoring professionalism to the service. The presidential approval reportedly seeks to revise the agency's structure for better efficiency in line with the original organogram of the service. In a related development, President Tinubu has declared the commitment of his administration to win the war against insecurity in the country. President Tinubu said these at the regimental dinner night in honor of the Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day in Abuja. In a statement signed by the Chief Press Secretary to the Deputy Speaker, Livinus Nwachukwu, the President, who represented by the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Benjamin Kalu, reiterated his readiness to equip the military with the necessary resources to stamp out all manner of security challenges across the country. The Nigeria Police Force has formally written to Amnesty International demanding an immediate retraction and public apology over the publication titled Bloody August, Nigerian Government Violent Crackdown on Bad Governance Protests. The controversial report alleged human rights violations, police brutality, and excessive violence by the NPF during the August 2024 Bad Governance protests. The police, in a letter signed by its public relations officer, ASP Adejobi, described the publication as misleading and damaging to the reputation of the force. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, Akure Zone, has kicked against the proposed eradication of the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, which is currently under review by the National Assembly. The union also condemned the proposal in the 2024 Nigeria Tax Bill. Only 50% of education tax will be allocated to TED Fund in 2025 and 2026, while from the 2030 upward, TED Fund will not be receiving allocation. The chairman of ASU Akure Zone, Professor Adeola, said that these at a press conference held on the campus of the University of Medical Sciences, Ondo Town, Ondo State. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has urged President Tinubu to ensure the federal government develops a strategy for financing education in Nigeria. Obasanjo, speaking at the 70th birthday celebration of the Vice Chancellor of Bells University, Oludele, in Oyo State, he also urged all levels of government to empower youth to become job creators. He stated that the President and the federal government must find a means to finance education for its sustainability. About 390 Nigerian migrants comprising 387 adult males, adult females, and one infant boy who were stranded in Niamey, Niger Republic has been repatriated back to the country. Speaking during their reception at the Nigeria Immigration Training School, Kano, the Federal Commissioner of the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Tijani Ahmed, reaffirmed the federal government's commitment to reintegrating the returnees into various empowerment programs under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu. The federal government has confirmed an outbreak of highly pathogenic avian influenza, commonly known as bird flu, in Kano State. The disease has affected various bird species, including the layers, dogs, guinea fowls, and turkeys. In a circular signed by Dr. Taiwo Olusegun on behalf of the Chief Veterinary Officer of the Nigeria authorities, raised concern over the heightened risks of the disease spreading, particularly during this period. Now back to security matters. Chief of Defense Staff General Christopher Musa has said that the military expect a bountiful harvest in the upcoming budget defense before the National Assembly for 2025 to defeat insecurity. He said that these at the regimental dinner night in honor of the Armed Forces Day celebration 2025. General Musa, while thanking the President and members of the National Assembly for their support, said that the military look forward to a bountiful harvest. Elsewhere in the news, one Marine Police officer has been declared missing, while two others sustained varying degrees of injury following attack on the premises by the armed hoodlums suspected to be the seafarers on Akwa Ibom coastal waters. The Akwa Ibom State Police Command confirmed the daring attack on its Marine Police patrol team by suspected armed sea pirates along the Oron-Calabar waterways. The patrol team with fewer personnel was ambushed by 24 armed sea pirates, but the State Commissioner of Police, Baba Mohammed Azere, swung into action by mobilizing tactical operatives to work with the sister agencies so as to come everywhere for the fleeing suspect with a view to apprehending and recovering the missing officer. And now to Lagos. Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has distanced himself from the impeachment of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly. Obasa Sanwo-Olu, Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Bongya, described Obasa's impeachment as a strict legislative affair, devoid of politics or the state government, influence or interference. Akuzao cited separation of powers in the Constitution, the executive, legislative, and the judiciary. In the National Assembly, Deputy President and APC flag bearer in the 2023 governorship election in Delta State, Ovia Omer-Gege, has debunked reports that he plans to leave the party. This was made known in a statement by his spokesman, Sonia Ray, saying that the story is a product of allegation journalism with no heart of truth, adding that it was a very first hatchet job. That is coming after the publication had alleged that Senator Ovia Omer-Gege, the former Deputy President of the Senate, 9th session, is scheming to abandon the All Progressive Congress to team up with the former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai to float a phantom new political party. Watching the live broadcast of News Cycle on Global Television, coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, where News Cycle returns Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, to name defaulting banks over 200 billion naira unstructured supplementary service data debt. We shall bring you these details as well as that of foreign sports stories after the break. Do stay with us. Welcome back to News Cycle, and now to business news. The Independent Petroleum Marketer Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, has sought the federal government financial backing to upgrade their stations refueling point for compressed natural gas (CNG). The National Vice President of IPMAN, Ahmed Fashola, in an interview said the association is interested in installing CNG in its fueling stations, but has yet to do so because of the capital required. Fashola urged the federal government to allocate funds to the oil and gas sector, saying that the commercial banks are hindering their business due to the high interest rates. The Nigeria Communications Commission, NCC, will this week publicly release the names of 18 banks that have failed to settle their outstanding debts for using the Mobile Network Operators Unstructured Supplementary Service, also called USSD. The data platform report gathered says that these banks collectively owe the total of 200 billion naira, and the telecom regulator is preparing to take action, including suspending the USSD services for the defaulters. And so far, only 4 banks have reportedly met the payments requirement outlined in a joint narrative issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria and the NCC in December 2023, which stipulated that 60% of the pre-application programming interfaces invoices must be settled by January 2nd, 2025, with payment plans to be agreed upon by the banks. In the related development, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission and the Nigeria Communication Commission have signed a memorandum of understanding to foster the greater regulatory collaboration aimed at strengthening the consumer protection and promoting fair competition within Nigeria's telecommunications sector. The signing ceremony was attended by top officials from both organizations, including the Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of the Commission, Tunji Bello, and Executive Vice Chairman and CEO of the NCC, Dr. Aminu Maida. And all the news, Nigeria Customs Service has announced that it's collected a total sum of 6.105 trillion naira as revenue for the year 2024. I said that amounts represent an increase of 90.4% from the 3.2 trillion naira recorded in 2023, highlighting a notable growth in the service revenue generation effort over the past year. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale, revealed this during a press conference on Tuesday, where he provided an overview of the NCS performance in 2024 in Abuja. The premium motor Spirit, also known as petrol, would likely cost more, as depot owners have increased prices by about 4.74%. This follows the recent increase of crude oil prices, including Nigeria's burning light to $80 per barrel this week from the $73 per dollar last week. The marketers have reportedly raised petrol and diesel prices at the port by 43 or 4.74% due to the rising crude oil prices. On the force scene, Bavarian authorities have said that drones from unknown origin were spotted above the military airfield in the southern Germany. Investigators said they have not ruled out the espionage as a possible cause for the sighting, possibly connected to Russia's war against Ukraine. The State Criminal Police Office said that the police had been informed about the drone flight above the marching air base near the city of Ingolstadt on Sunday evening. United States President Joe Biden has announced that 2 of the Navy's future aircraft carriers will be named for the former Commanders-in-Chief Bill Clinton and George Bush. Biden said in a statement that the future USS William J. Clinton and the future USS George W. Bush will begin construction in the years ahead. The statement added that when complete, they will join the most capable, flexible, and a professional Navy that has ever put to sea. Number 1 foreign news, South Korea's Constitutional Court has opened the impeachment trial of President Yoon Suk over his failed martial law bid, but quickly adjourned the first hearing after the suspended leader didn't show up. Yoon was impeached after his December 3rd power grab plunged South Korea into its worst political crisis in decades and was suspended from duty, but has gone to ground in his residence since refusing summons from the investigators probing him on insurrection charges and using his presidential security team to resist arrest. The court spokesperson told newsmen that the trial phase of 5 hearings began at 2 p.m. but lasted just minutes, with Yoon not in attendance. Retired actress Dels Corey, known for her roles in the films such as The Blues Brothers and The Lady Sings the Blues, among others, has died in the ongoing Los Angeles wildfires. Reports say that the actress died at the age of 95, with authorities confirming that Corey's remains were found at the burned-down properties at Atlanta, California. According to her great-granddaughter, Dallas Kelly, Corey was last seen on the evening of January 7 when Kelly dropped her off at home. In the sport news, Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike has pledged to honor victorious athletes who recently represented the FCT in various sporting events. Wike disclosed this in a statement from the FCT Sport Department in Abuja, said that a reception scheduled for Thursday in recognition of athletes who represented the FCT at the 2022 National Sport Festival, the 7th and 8th National Youth Games. According to him, the honor is to appreciate the athletes for their act of sacrifice, patriotism, and determination that have brought glory to the Federal Capital Territory. And more on sport, former Manchester United star Cristiano Ronaldo is reportedly on the verge of signing a new deal with Saudi Arabian club Al Nassr worth an outstanding 3.8 million euros per week. Ronaldo, who rejoined Manchester United in 2021, enjoyed a prolific first season, scoring 24 goals. A report suggests that the 39-year-old forward, who turns 40 in February, is set to extend his contract with Al Nassr by one more season. West Ham United are plotting a move for Nottingham Forest for Taiwo Awoniyi. According to report, the Hammers went to sign the Nigerian international on loan for the remainder of the season. A permanent transfer has also been discussed, but Nottingham Forest's 20 million euros valuation could be a stumbling block. Barcelona President Joan Laporta defended his handling of the Dani Olmo registration issues and lashes out on enemies sneaking, attacking the club in a fierce speech. A midfielder Olmo and striker Paul Victor both missed 2 matches after La Liga and the Spanish Football Federation refused them new licenses to players, saying that Barcelona had failed to meet the deadline at the end of 2024. And as a package, a news cycle coming to you live on Global Television. A quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, Star Times channel 276. And free to add NICAM site. You can watch us and follow the rest of the news at Global TV NG across every platform. On behalf of the entire production team, we say thank you for joining us on News Cycle. My name is Adikan Michael. See you again.